All right, guys. So it's Wayne again. I'm back, and just as I promised that I would bring you more insights and more information about this founder and his startup life, I want to drop a serious gem on you all today. I know that when you hear about startups and you hear about tech founders, you hear all these glorious stories about how someone has, launched their app and then it just went crazy, and then 1 year later they sold it for $1 billion and all that kind of good stuff. And I like those stories, but I just dislike the fact that they highlight that so much because that's not the reality in most cases. Many of us do not live in Silicon Valley, where we have the Peter Thiels of the world who's just so happens to be sipping coffee at the local Starbucks or any other cafe in the area, and then we're able to get this angel investment of $50 million to help us just take off straight from from ground zero to the moon, right? One of the things that I don't hear people talk about enough when it comes to this startup life is how important it is to have a community before your app actually releases and comes out. You need to build a community on Facebook groups. You need to build your community on Reddit. You need to build your community on TikTok. You need to build your community anywhere where there's a group of people and they're actually listening and they're going to be attentive. And the reason why this is so important is because it gives you a certain level of traction in the eyes of future investors. So let me give you a perfect example. When Robinhood said that they were coming out, when they actually were not out yet, but they were coming out, I believe they had over 1 million people sign up for the application before it ever even was available on the App Store, right? So with that being said, if I were an investor and I were someone looking at Robinhood, I'm like, 1 million people signed up for this. This is a no-brainer. This is going to make money from day one. We're not going to be fighting an uphill battle trying to get people on the platform, because you can build the greatest thing in the world, and if you do not have users, it's just going to be a complete dud. It's going to be a money pit. It's going to burn a hole through your pocket. Right now, me and my co-founder, we always have very intense conversations about the simple fact that we know that AWS, the bills are going to go up significantly once we release our beta version, which is going to actually happen in a few weeks. The thing is that you want to always come out with a beta version first. Let the people who are actually on your waiting list or in your community use the application first for the first 30, 45, 60 days, and then give you some feedback on what's working, what's not working, any issues that they may have, so that you can actually work those bugs out before you actually release it to the general public. And now you have a shit show on your hands, right? So the wait list, aka the community, is good for being able to tell you how good your app is performing when you release the beta version, and it also serves the double purpose of giving you traction in the eyes of an investor, because so many people focus just on the money, but they don't focus on the fact, like, you have a such thing that's kind of like human capital, right? Like, the users are the value on your application, because if you don't have the users, then what is the application doing, right? So if there's anything I can give you all today, make sure that you're building your community, because building the app itself is not the hardest part anymore, right? We have all this no code stuff out here. You also have people on Fiverr, you got people in other countries that can build things for you at a significantly lower price. But when it comes to the reason why I feel that apps either fail or they actually make it is, number one, that pre-planning, making sure that you have the community, making sure you have the registration sign-ups before it ever comes out, and just being able to get it out there, because that's going to make your marketing, that's going to make the investments, that's going to make everything exponentially easier as things go along. And if you're a founder and you agree with this, please chime in the comments. If you are someone starting something new, let me know what are you guys working on, and if there's anything that you guys want me to talk about. That guy's getting very loud with the construction. If there's anything that you guys want me to talk about, let me know. Or if you have any questions, I'll actually address it in one of these videos. But if you take anything from this today, get that community started. I'm Wayne, NerdCEOs. Peace.